So hello everyone, I'm out here today in the field doing a little TSI. I got the pup out here. We're going to see if he can find a shed or two. Not a whole lot's dropped, but this is a great time. We lost a majority of our snowpack. I'm only walking in maybe a couple inches in spots right now. So great time to get out here and do some forest stand improvement, mostly timber. This is mostly for the benefit of the timber in this particular application. So what I'm out here doing is cutting these big old stubborn grapevines out. A great saw I like for this is this little DeWalt battery guy. Don't got to carry no gas, no bar oil. I can get 3 batteries worth. There's about 1 full bar oil tank on that, just to keep that chain lubricated. And these cut through really quick, real nice this time of the year, especially today when we got a nice thaw. I'm actually surprised these aren't running a lot of moisture out of them right now. Surprised. So really identifiable this time of the year. It's got this flaky, dandruffy bark, a vine going up in the tree. Can't really mistake this for a whole lot else, but these grapevines are huge detriment to the tops of your trees. It can cause damage, which increases the chances of insects coming into that tree that carry diseases or other diseases or funguses getting into some of your tree species. So I really like getting these out of here whenever I can. It's been a few years since, actually I've never been up on this top of this ridge cutting these. I've actually been down further in the woodlot here to the south of where I am right now, but it's a great time to get out there, get some exercise, carry the chainsaw around for a couple hours after work between these rain showers we got today. So that's a good thing you can do this time of the year. And like I said, this little battery powered saw is great for this. I don't got to stop it and start it or leave it running, all that stuff. But you can see when I cut these, I like to cut them here, you know, somewhere where it's manageable height. This was a little bit higher when I cut it, and then obviously the weight of it dropped. And then I cut it here a lot lower to the ground. If this sprouts, this is right at deer level now. It's the other reason why I like cutting this, if it does re-sprout and regen. So, okay, just making sure I keep an eye on the dog as I'm talking to you folks. I got a couple here. I'm going to work down this point, and then I'm going to work right around this little bowl right here. Actually, I passed a really good buck right down there in the bottom this year. I passed Mo down there about 12 yards away, came through with a doe. But the other really cool thing is I was working across here is people ask me some of the other stuff you could do for TSI, or let's just use an example of I don't feel comfortable dropping a larger tree. You know, what's the strategy for that? Or maybe it's, you know, I can't drop it because it might hurt another tree. So what we have right here is I cut this, I want to say 3 years ago, maybe 4 now. I can't really remember with COVID and everything. But this was a beech tree right here. So we're shading out. This beech tree will go now too since this one's gone. I didn't cut that one that day. Actually, I ran out of gas and bar oil right here, which is a good example as to why you carry a sled with all your stuff. So, but I wanted to protect these 2 maples. I got a nice maple right here, big crooked ugly one behind it, but a nice maple right here, and a pretty nice young maple right here. And as you can see, the way this tree wanted to lean is it wanted to go kind of right into this tree. But I didn't want to drop this because of fear of cracking it down. And actually, I figured it was going to be. This tree is really hollow and rotten, so I wouldn't have had a very controlled, safe felling. So what I did with this instead is I double girdled this tree. You can see my old cut line. And actually, my second cut line is where this tree eventually died, and it split right off. About a real cool, perfect donut cut, and just off she went. One point with the right wind, she found her hole right through there. Didn't scab up this maple too bad. This one actually looks like it might have took a couple branches out as it came down. But other than that, the top broke out nice and easy. Tree was dead and effectively on the ground safely. And I didn't hurt my maples, so that's a great option. And there was no chemical used in this at all. This was just a double ring cut with the girdle. And then you have another beech I did right here. Right there, you can see it with the bark chipped out of it. And that was mostly that was going to go into that maple specifically too. So what I did was I cut it out. Here's the top from it. Broke out. But it's right there, dying, and eventually the rest of that will die. And that's great habitat for woodpeckers and all sorts of cavity nesting birds that might utilize that now too. But we'll come back up in here at some point, probably girdle this beech. And then there was this real ugly maple right here, I remember. I didn't girdle it at the time, but I probably would girdle that. So that comes down. That's just not safe to fell. Going back to that, you know, looking at trees that aren't safe to fell for you or you don't feel comfortable felling. This one from that looked okay, but look at the big banana bend in this tree. It's crazy. I might just leave it because it's cool, actually. It's not hurting anything. This maple's already dead. Had a lightning strike or something. You can see that top canopy is all dead in that maple for whatever reason. So actually this one's not really competing with any desirable maple. The top side of this one too. It's a great firewood candidate right here. This maple right here, tops out of it. Probably going to have some defect down through it. Got another defect in it there. It's got an additional twin off the bottom. So that might be a place where, you know, I girdle this one, or maybe I just drop this one and put some cover up here in the corner of this wood lot. Come. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. So that's what we're doing today, is I'm cutting some grapevine. I'm going to get back to it. And we'll see if Bear finds a shed or not. I got high hopes. There might be a few of them out here for him, but looking at trees. If you have any questions about this and stuff like that, check out our Weed of the Week videos. We do identify some of these tree species we're talking about in some of those old videos. I hope to start doing a couple of those again for Wednesday Weed of the Weeks. And great little tip there with your girdle cuts, double ring cut in through that cambium layer right here. You can see I cut in through the cambium layer of this bark. And this actually peeled off to give a real good illustration of this. And make sure you have an entire ring around this and connect it through. What that'll do is die. Great place for fungus and stuff. Nice turkey tail fungus here, really cool. And gives a great spot to show you where, you know, girdle cut's effective in killing this tree the rest of the way. This did have beech bark disease, unfortunately. And we'll keep going at it. So hope you guys enjoyed this quick video out here. If you got any questions about kind of TSI work, stuff like that, please let me know. Girdling's a great tool. It's an effective tool. I wouldn't say going through a whole wood lot, but taking down trees, around trees you want to save, or one that you don't feel comfortable felling. It's a phenomenal tool, and don't need any chemical really. Just a nice double ring girdle cut kills that tree effectively after a few years. Comes down naturally on its own and doesn't hurt or harm any of the surrounding trees within reason. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you're out here doing some TSI work, dropping some browse for deer along the way maybe. And I'll catch y'all next time here in the field. Me and Bear are going to get back to working through this little point, then down the rest of this ridge for this little workshop day kind of thing that I got going on here for a couple hours in between weather. So thank y'all for tuning in. Catch y'all next time here in the field. Me and the DeWalt are going to get back to work. So take care, guys. Be safe, and good luck out there, and be happy to answer any questions you got along the way. And thanks for tuning in. See you.